Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a new purse that I got from the Harry Potter store, and I'm also going to throw in some tips if you're thinking about visiting. It's the big flagship store in New York City in Manhattan. So yeah, let's talk about the bag first and then we'll continue with the tips. So this is the Golden Snitch. I think it's gorgeous. It's a nice size for me. I generally am good at downsizing what I carry in my purses. It does have these very nice, fluffy, soft wings, which I think is wonderful, and a great attention to detail. You can wear a crossbody, you can wear it on your shoulder. The length is adjustable, and in the front it says I open at the close, which is obviously referencing to a specific line in the 7th movie. Obviously don't want to spoil anything in case you haven't read all the Harry Potter books or watched the movies, but I thought this was really cute. And the best part about this is actually the price. This was $30, which I think is a steal compared to everything else that they carry, because it's a lot of Loungefly bags, and if you're unfamiliar with Loungefly bags, they tend to be a little bit expensive. So I think the cheapest bag that's Loungefly, or the cheapest other bag other than this one currently is $50, and everything else goes up to like $65, which is pretty much the standard. Like the really cute Luna one, that's the next one that I want to get. I'm gonna post it here. I found it on eBay. They're reselling it for way too much money, but the wallet is 50 something, and the actual bag itself is 65. No, it's not 65, it's 75. I'm gonna double check that, but I'm pretty sure it's 75. So yeah, Loungefly tends to be expensive. That's no secret with whether you're buying Harry Potter bags, or in my case, usually I'm buying Disney Loungefly bags. But this is only 30 bucks. It's from the Harry Potter collection. I'm gonna zoom in on the price tag. So like I said, I think it's a steal. I think it's really nice. It's really soft. So we're just gonna open it. I think it does have some stuffing in there. There's a little zippered compartment on the inside, and the rest of it is just a similar kind of like a sandy color compared to the outside. Simple, cute. I really wish they would have a wallet that matches this, but as of right now there's nothing like that. But yeah, I think it's really cute and I wanted to talk about it. I am going to be doing a large collective haul of the things that I picked up at the Harry Potter store, but that's still in the works because I did lose something. I lost a pair of earrings, or I lost one of them at work, so we're gonna discuss that later on. But yeah, the wings are really cute. They are not adjustable, they're glued there, and that's pretty much it. So you're not gonna be able to bring them all the way up to the side, but I think it's a cute bag. Very simple, kind of like cute Harry Potter without being super in your face. And yeah, I like it. Let me know what you think about it. Would you pick it up? I'm sure it's available in other stores. I don't think this is a New York City exclusive. Sorry, there's a loud ambulance. I don't think that's an exclusive to New York City, but I haven't seen it anywhere just yet. But then again, I'm kind of getting back into Harry Potter. I kind of took a long hiatus from being in that whole, I was gonna say fan club, being in that community, just based on some of the stuff with J.K. Rowling a couple of months ago, or was that a couple years ago now? I'm not sure. Let me know if you would buy it or if you've seen it in any other stores or online. I would love to hear so I can pin your comment. So now we're going to move on to tips on getting in, because the Harry Potter store, as of right now, as the time that I'm filming this video, and from their opening, which was 2 months ago at the time that I'm filming this video, they run on a QR system. So they put out a QR at 7 a.m. even though the store doesn't open till 10 or doesn't open till 11 on weekends. So you have to scan that QR code, and that's going to put you in a virtual queue, a virtual line, and then you'll be notified when it's your turn to come on into the store. So that line can be over 400 people. It just depends. Basically, it's not the type of store you can just walk into. You do have to plan it accordingly. And because cases continue to rise in New York City, I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to get demonetized. I don't see that system changing anytime soon, even though, you know, there's a lot of complaints about it. There's a lot of people who want to scan the code, but there's a line. Like, there's a line that forms before the store even opens, before 7 a.m. I noticed that during weekdays, sometimes they do accept walk-ins. So if they go through their whole queue, their whole virtual line, and then there's no more people, then they'll accept walk-ins. Generally, like, I think early to late evenings. So that's something to consider, I guess. It's just a retail store. I do want to remind people that. I think we get caught up with the visuals, and it is a gorgeous store with a lot of merch, but it is just a store. I think sometimes people get confused and they're expecting something like you would see at the Harry Potter world, something you would see in Orlando, and it's not like that. It's strictly just shopping. They do have some virtual reality experiences, but that's a ticketed price, that's separate. And with that, you don't have to do the queue system. You're just automatically granted access to the store before and after your virtual reality experience, which I did try. I tried the Chaos at Hogwarts and it was really fun, especially as someone who has had no prior experience to VR. It was a lot of fun. It was very trippy. It was very confusing because it feels very real, and you put on goggles, you put on sensors on your hands, on your feet, on your back with this backpack. So it was a lot of fun, but I definitely wanted to try out the Wizards Take Flight because you're on a broom for the whole thing and it's more of like a ride. I think you're like battling Death Eaters and stuff like that, whereas Chaos at Hogwarts, you're battling something at Hogwarts with Dobby's help. So it's just fun. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Things have been a little bit rough with my schedule lately, but if you have any requests on things you want to see, even if they're Harry Potter themed, why not? Let me know down below and I will get back to you. That being said, I will see you very soon with another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.